The purpose of the watch is to determine exactly how Anna O'Donnell has survived with no food.
So you want us to watch her?
Yes. On the 14th day, you will each present your separate testimony.
How long exactly has it been since the last time the girl ate?
4 months.
That's impossible.
Welcome back to Late Night. We're here with Florence Pugh, everybody. That was a clip from The Wonder. Now, this is a period piece, and I think sometimes when you hear that an actor's doing a period piece, they might be drawn to the costumes and the beautiful grandeur of it. This is one of the muddiest period pieces I've ever seen. No, it's not a very glamorous. Did you enjoy sort of stomping through the mud?
Yeah, it's completely opposite to Amy from Little Women.
It really is, yeah. There's
I had one outfit.
It does. It's kind of a one-outfit movie. It is, and there's a great many animals on set. Did you have any hijinks?
We shot literally...
I should note, this is not a hijinks movie. This is a very serious...
It's very serious, and thankfully, we didn't all, like, become really serious people. But we were shooting on the top of mountains for months and weeks, and it was so windy, and you'd see all 4 seasons in one day. And whenever you'd work with the animals on the mountains, they were also like, why are we on a mountain? It's really windy and cold. And there was like one take where we were walking with a horse, and the horse just turned around sideways and was like, nope, not walking anymore. And then I had a sheep run into me, and I face planted in mud, like full-on mud. And the whole set had, you know, when we were working outside, we'd be shooting in these tiny little villages that people would be coming and visiting, and like fans would be coming and waiting. Just, it's exciting. There's a film set. And on this one day, there was probably like 50 to 60 people waiting on the side of the barriers, just like with their iPhones like this. And I had a very simple scene where I had to just walk across the road like that. Just walk, but with really intense facial expressions going on. And as I was walking past this sheep wouldn't move out the way. So I like gently patted the bum, and that sheep went like, and then another sheep next to it went like, and then that sheep ran into me, and I flipped over the sheep and went straight down into like cow pat. It was like in full-on mud. It was great.
And this is when all your fans are there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, filming the whole thing. Actually, there was a photographer there that instantly the next day it was on Daily Mail, like, sheep got better afloat. Like, thanks for that.
No, obviously, you're an accomplished actor. I'm sure this doesn't bother you, but is it strange when you're doing a period piece like that, and you can also see, like, everybody with their fans with modern iPhones and stuff?
Yeah, it was also it's cold, like, they're there all day, and so you kind of have to also be very aware that it accidentally is a tough day for them as well, because they've been there since 6 a.m. And but no, it's I love doing those films. I love getting in the costume.
It's also
I don't like having wet feet though.
Yeah, no, there's nothing worth having wet feet for. Well, I don't even like going to the beach because your feet get wet.
All the shoes are essentially like a leather sock. It's just so when you walk around in mud, your foot is trench foot.
It's not great.
No.
This is, like we were talking about, a very serious film. You know, there's superstition, there's religion.
Yeah.
I would imagine a fairly heavy headspace to be in when you're doing a movie like that. You did say you didn't get serious, but what do you do when you're on a set like that to also let yourself have relaxing thoughts?
Right, well, so there was a secret to that, which was when we'd be on a mountain and it was really, really cold and really windy, and everybody was like, how are we still here? Oh my God. Me and my mate, my assistant, came up to me, and Chessie would look at me like this, and I would respond, it's a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills kind of night. And so, like, I'd be in this mountain with all of these things, and we would basically be plotting when we were gonna get home and watch Real Housewives. And then we'd get home and have our G&T with our little crackers and be like, what are you gonna say?
I will say, watching the film, if you said, guess what TV show I was watching while I made it, that would have been my last guess.
I was channeling Beverly Hills.
Hey, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and it is always a delight to see you. You guys, that's Florence Pugh. The Wonder is in select theaters now and available on Netflix November 16th. We'll be right back with Steve Kornacki.